I used to flush my tampons. I know, confessions. I'm Emily, I am 28 and I work for a local authority on waste reduction and recycling. So a lot of what I do day to day is encouraging people to reduce their waste. So the first time I heard about the Mooncup, or I didn't hear about the Mooncup, I read about the Mooncup, was on the back of a bathroom door in a nightclub somewhere. And I remember just thinking, what? Like, what? I just thought, how can you have a reusable, in my head then, I was like, reusable tampon? Because I had no clue about how it would work and how it would be so just easy to use. I didn't expect this. I don't know what I expected. I saw it and I heard reusable menstrual cup and I went, ugh, no thank you, that is not for me. And I always used to think, oh, who's using those? You know, that's gross. When actually now, I think that what I used to do is gross. But yeah, so that's how I first heard about it. But my friend, who I've known for years and years, she used a Mooncup, and I didn't know that she used a Mooncup until we started talking about painful periods. And she said, oh, well, I had really painful periods, but I moved to the Mooncup, and it's completely stopped, and it's really, really helped. And it's, you know, you don't have that beginning and the end of the period, your cycle, that pain, and like having, like, you know, dry tampons and things like that. And she was like, it's just amazing. And I thought, oh, like, okay, like, Laura uses a Mooncup, all right, maybe it's not that bad. And at that point I was probably starting to think about more like reducing waste, that sort of thing. I didn't know at that point there was plastic in period products. It's one of the reasons that I tell people about it as well, because I used to flush my tampons. I know, confessions. I used to flush my tampons because I just didn't know. I assumed they were cotton and it was a cotton thread, and I used to flush them down the toilet. So one of the other reasons that I really, I love the Mooncup and I'd recommend it to other people is that it's actually made in the UK. So in terms of its environmental impact on, you know, transport and packaging and haulage, which is a huge proportion of a lot of what you buy, the environmental impact of that is usually the transport of that product, because you don't know what kind of other legislations are out there either. So we know that in the UK there's certain practices that have to be done, there's certain, you know, waste management procedures and things. I'm such a forgetful person, and there's been many times before I was to have my beloved Mooncup, there's been many times I've had to run into the toilet and just get some loo roll and be like, oh, I haven't got my tampons with me, or I haven't brought enough, or I dropped one down the loo, or something like that. I was always that person that would forget and get caught out short. And the fact that I'm never caught short anymore is amazing. So I know I've got my little Mooncup. So I always take it with me. It's always in my rucksack. You can, and I now do, put it in the morning, go to work all day. I might need to empty it maybe if I'm having quite a heavy period flow that day, but most days I'll put it in the morning, come home in the evening, and then I'll change it when I come back from work. That feeling of pulling out a dry tampon, I'm so pleased I never have to go through that ever again.